Today we will be working on strength, conditioning, and flexibility for the major joints. My name is Alex. To my left is Aleksandra. Aleksandra will be performing level 1 variations in this class. Christina, to my right, will be performing level 2 variations, intermediate postures, and whatever advanced and other variations of poses, I will be showcasing myself. So if you want to take it easy on the joints, follow Aleksandra. If you want a further challenge, try Christina's postures, or maybe follow along with me. Whatever works for you, then do that. The workout will be first half hour, intense strength and conditioning to boil the blood, which then softens the muscles. And the last half of the class will be all about stretching out the tension that we created in the first part of the class. So first part we go hard, and the second part it's all about ease and fluidity. Good. Let us start now in a comfortable seat. So Alex will be in a Sukhasana, easy seat, with her feet underneath the knees, flexing the feet. Tall spine. And Christina will sit in Siddhasana, Adam's pose. So Christina, bring one of your heels, the left heel, underneath your groin, and see if you can bring the other heel on top. One heel on the other heel. So right heel on the other heel. And wedge the foot, the right foot, inside the hamstring and the calf. Nice. Good. See if your knees come down. If they don't worry about it. You can always place a block underneath if the knee doesn't come down. Choose a sitting posture that's right for you. And let's take 1 minute of focused and groundedness. Turn and close your eyes, and turn your attention to your breath. You're becoming conscious of your body. You feel both sitting bones grounded into the floor. The inner thighs are relaxed. Your spine is rising high and tall out of your pelvis. Your chin is slightly pulled in and the back of your neck is long. Collarbones are spread open and your shoulders are draping down the sides of your torso. You may have your palms facing down or palms facing up with your index fingers and thumbs touching. This is yogic posture of meditation and pranayama breath control. Laser-like focus on watching the breath. Notice the quality of your inhale and then the exhale. You're simply watching the breath, becoming conscious of your respiration. No other distractions, no other worries. Simply you and the breath. Now that we're conscious that we are alive, that we are breathing in this body, let us blink our eyes open and perform Bhastrika breath. Now let me explain what Bhastrika is. Bhastrika means bellows. Bellows instruments ignites the fire. It's meant to stoke the fire in your fireplace through pumping action. So as you're doing this exercise, when you inhale, your rib cage expands, especially the top of your lungs. Inhale, the rib cage expands. Exhale, it contracts. You're breathing through the nostrils, trying to absorb as much air into your lungs as possible. Please understand that the lungs are the only organ that can absorb oxygen. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to strengthen our lung organ. So treat it like a muscle. Treat it like a muscle that you work out. You work out your biceps. We will now work out the lung organ. Inhale first. And then there's an abrupt exhale. Inhale. Keep breathing, ladies. And for the viewers, please understand that you can vary your pace. You can go slow, 2 seconds to breathe in, half a second to breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Powerful chest breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. The inhale takes in and absorbs the air. The exhale pushes the stale air and the toxins out. So this is also a purification process. This is a process of powering yourself up. Can you increase the volume in your lungs? Can you be bigger? Can you be taller and more expansive without tension in your neck, without tension in your spine? Maintain verticality of your spinal column and breathe smoothly and deeply with a sense of joy and relaxation. If during the performance of Bhastrika breath you feel frustrated, you feel anxious, you feel dizzy, go back to deep nasal breathing, inhaling and exhaling rhythmically through the nose. There's no reason to exasperate yourself during the performance of yogic breathing practices. You want to maintain a sense of equilibrium and stay tension-free. The only tension you should experience is when you're inhaling, your intercostal muscles expand your rib cage, and as you exhale, you feel your rib cage contract. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, one more. As you exhale, pull your belly in and push all of the stale air out of your lungs. Stay empty as long as you can. Stay relaxed. Good. Now relax the ribs, relax your belly. Take a deep, 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 deep breath in and hold it in as long as you can. Allow your ribs to float. Shoulders remain soft. Your skull is extending towards the ceiling tiles. Your belly button is slightly pulled in to extend the sides of your torso. Tall royal seat. The question now becomes, how long can you maintain the air inside of yourself as an airtight container? Ladies, now hold your breath in as long as you can, and when you feel the urge to exhale, breathe out and relax. Natural breathing. After each cycle of powerful Bhastrika breath, you want to take a break and enjoy the after effects. Returning and resuming organic breathing. Checking in with your body. Be conscious of yourself as you're performing these exercises, as if there was another you, a witness to yourself. So you're literally observing yourself, watching the body, scanning it head to toe, seeing if there's any tension you can let go during these brief moments of peace and silence. Excellent. Blink your eyes open. That was the first cycle of Bhastrika breath. The next cycle of Bhastrika breath is to really power you up. And all of yoga is about power. So we are here to power up the lungs and increase our volume. So to do that, the next cycle will be for 2 minutes. And let's begin. Inhale. Stay with it as long as you can. And if for some reason you can't do the full 2 minutes, notice where you do stop. Measured approach to yoga is better. This way you get to monitor your progress. Today, 1 minute, next day, 1.5 minutes. And this is how you know that you're developing your practice towards self-mastery. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. No tension in your face as you're doing these exercises. You are light, you're expansive. The inhale brings in aliveness, it brings in the joy. The exhale releases the tension. Less than a minute remaining. Like the bellows instrument, we're igniting the passions within. We're igniting and stoking the inner fires. We are warming the blood. And you should by now feel a little bit of heat developing in your body. Heat is wonderful for practices that includes aerobics and rhythmic exercises, which we're about to do next. So right now is your opportunity to warm up from within. You don't have to go to a hot yoga class. You can practice hot yoga by warming up yourself by deep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now exhale wherever you're at. And stay empty. Long spine, tall seat, like as if you were a king or a queen. Discriminate against distracting thoughts. Sit quietly, watching the body, learning to manipulate the breath. When you feel the urge to breathe in, relax, keep a tall spine, and inflate your chest cavity. Hold the breath as long as you can. With your lungs fully inflated, it's like a big balloon that's been inflated by you. So treat your lungs as if they were balloons. Use your imagination. Imagination is very powerful. Imagination is what helps us develop. So by summoning the spirit of the balloon and becoming the balloon inside your lungs, you are stretching out the tissues of your lungs, increasing the volume of air it can hold. When it's no longer comfortable, exhale and relax. And organic breath. Enjoy the after effects. Usually after Bhastrika breath, I feel this sensation of my ribs and the muscles around the rib cage being relaxed. I'm able to take a more spacious, regular breath. The measure of your aliveness, the measure of your prana, your energy for the day, is your ability to take in more air and to fuel your body with fresh oxygen, which is nourishment. That nourishment keeps your immune system healthy, keeps your body healthy, keeps you feeling strong and relaxed simultaneously. When you're practicing Bhastrika at home, try for 3 minutes in a row. Build up your lung proficiency. Build up your lung strength. Performing skills in action. Now, let's transition from Bhastrika breath. Open your eyes, and let's come to all fours for cat-cow position, our first yoga gymnastic exercise. So move your props out of the way. Come to all fours. Spread your fingers. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders and your knees underneath the hips. Extend your toes. On the inhale, you curl your toes under, pull the belly down, and arch the spine. Chin up. Ujjayi breath in, victorious breath. Throat slightly constricted. On the exhale, untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet down, suck in the belly around the spine. Inhale, arch. Chin up to stretch the throat. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And now I will turn on the timer, and you guys will do it for a minute on your own, moving the spine at the pace you like. Start slow, and then as your spine loosens, as the muscles running along your spinal column soften, go faster. So there's many speed variations, slow or fast. And it doesn't matter in cat and cow, whether you're a level 1 practitioner, like Aleksandra is demoing, or like Christina, which is demoing more intermediate postures. When you're first starting out in your yoga gymnastics practice, you need to go at the pace and the comfort level that is right for you. So it's up to your body and how it's feeling in the moment. If you need to go slow, go slow. If you need to go fast, go fast. Excellent. All right. Come to all fours. Now, cross your right ankle over left. Sit your hips back. And bring your feet forward. Come to the middle of your mat. And the next one is hedgehog curl. So we're starting with abdominal strengthening, core sequence. You're going to roll onto your spine, lower back is flat. Bring your shin bones parallel to the floor, spread your toes. Pull the belly button towards the spine and curl your shoulders up. Like a hedgehog curling into a tight ball to evade predators. This is a self-mechanism for the hedgehog, and for us, it's a way to strengthen our midsection. Bring your hands to the top of your knees, and for 1 whole minute, we're going to build resistance in our midsection. Pulling the knees in and pushing the hands against the knees, pushing out. Developing traction. Pull the knees in and push the knees out simultaneously for exactly a minute. So I've started the timer. Stay strong. Roll your shoulder blades up. Try to curl into a ball. Think hedgehog. Hedgehog has only one soft spot. Its face and its belly. The rest of the hedgehog has spikes. So, for a hedgehog to protect itself, it has to protect its face and the belly, and it curls into a tiny little ball. When it curls into a ball, it's unpliable. It's that strong. We are here summoning the spirit of the hedgehog, becoming nice and strong. So imagine I'm the big bad fox, and I'm trying to pull your knees away from you, and you're not letting me, okay? So keep pulling the knees in. Do you feel that pressure in your abdominals? Nice. You want to feel resistance in your waistline, in your midsection. Same thing. Oh, nice. Keep your lower back on the floor. Hold, hold, hold. Fight, fight, fight. Good. Spread the toes. Keep your feet flexed. 3 seconds remaining. Breathe. Excellent. Release the feet down to the floor. Hip distance apart. Hands behind you. Sit up. We're beginning to further boil the blood. Hands facing in for tabletop pose. So fingers facing the heels. Elbows bent. On the inhale, we press the feet down and hips lift up. Engage your buttocks nice and strong. Chin to chest. And on the exhale, hips down. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale down. Now everybody should be able to do a form of this, whether level 1, 2, or 3. Lift your toes and spread the toes nice and broad. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Chin to chest, guys. Stretch the back of the neck. Inhale. Feet down, quads engage. Exhale. Inhale. Arms stretch, biceps stretch. Exhale. Make sure your index finger and thumbs are pressing down. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Hedgehog pose number 2. Yeah? It's a tough one, right? The ladies are like, no, not another one. Yes, one more for a minute. So lift up your legs. Make sure your lower back is flat, right? So there's no space underneath the spine. Good. Press down your lower ribs. Once you feel your lower back is pressing flat against the floor, start pulling the knees in. I've set the timer. And start pushing the knees away. Curl up the shoulders. That's right, like a real hedgehog. We're summoning the spirit of the hedgehog and developing our own self-defense mechanisms. Self-defense for what, you might ask? For your lower back. This particular exercise, hedgehog curl, is a wonderful exercise to help you learn to engage your deep abdominal muscles instead of engaging your lower back when picking up objects, when doing your back bends, when bending forward. You will learn how to engage your abdominals and create a good habit. And once this habit becomes routine, you should no longer feel any tension in your lumbar spine, in your lower back, when you're performing exercises or when you're living your life. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Sit up once again. This time, tabletop, and we will hold the pose. Now, Alex, I want you to keep your chin towards the chest, and Christina, see if you can bring your head back. If that doesn't work, back to level 1, right? This time, also, Christina, try turning for level 2, hands backwards, and Alex will keep her hands still facing towards the heels. And me and Christina will turn our hands facing backwards so we can start developing rotation in our wrists. Lift up, 5 breaths. Inhale, and exhale. Your feet are pressing down. You're summoning the spirit of a coffee table. Remember, coffee table ought to be flat. Spread your collarbones and press down through your bicep muscles, inner forearms, down through the thumb and the index finger. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Notice how hard your thighs, glutes, shin bones, and feet have to work to maintain the tabletop position. Good. One more breath in. And exhale, slowly release. Excellent. Left ankle over right. Lean forward. Come to all fours. And now forearm plank is the next posture. Your elbows are right underneath you, right underneath the shoulders. Fingers clasped. Pull in your belly nice and tight. So a lot of this is sucking in your abdominal organs. Pull in your belly button towards the spine. Make sure your hips are shoulder height. Alex, on level 1, will perform it with knees down, and Christina will try it with knees off the floor until she can go no longer. Same for me, 3-minute forearm plank. So I've set the timer, and here we go. 3-minute forearm plank to challenge our midsection. Notice that you will not be able to breathe into your abdominal region because your abdominals are pulled tight like if you were wearing a corset, right? Your obliques are hugging towards the body, your belly button pulling towards the spine. Corset action. The heels of your feet are pulling back, stretching your calves. Your thighs are engaged, pulling up your kneecaps. Your pubic bone is gently pulling towards your lower ribs. Once your belly comes out, it's game over. Take a break. If you're going to take a break, spread your hands, relax the hips down, and come into Sphinx pose. Lift your heart, relax your belly and your lower back. Otherwise, if you are intending on challenging yourself and you have the capacity to do so, interlace the fingers and go back. Stay in your forearm plank and try it for 3-minute duration. I find that 3 minutes is a good time, as any, to develop a good core strength. Remember, that's why the core is called the midsection. 1.5 minutes remaining. The midsection is in the middle of your body. Above it is your upper body. Below it are your hips and your legs. So for you to fuse the upper body to your lower body and to be one cohesive unit, you need to strengthen and learn how to manipulate the muscles and the organs of your midsection. For majority of people, their organs hang out. The belly is underdeveloped and people are overweight. So a good diet and proper exercise should bring you back in peak physical health without any lower back pain to speak of. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, and we're taking breaks whenever we need it, right? Because we are individuals, and each one of us has a different life experience, have a different genetic makeup, and difference, uniqueness. So your practice will always be unique. Never try to measure up to the instructor. or anyone else in your class. Always do you. Breathing in, breathing out. 20 seconds remaining. Your lower back and your upper back should be in one line, flat. Breathe. Notice how much heat this exercise develops. More heat, softer muscle to stretch. Stronger midsection. Excellent. Release the hips down, untuck the toes. Wow, right? The ladies are relieved, and so am I. Spread your fingers. Spread your collarbones. Lift your chin, look forward. Now, make sure your lower back, shimmy your hips a little bit. Feel your lower back soften. Make sure you're pressing the forearms down and slightly forward, traction against the floor, so you do not sink. Collarbones broad like the Egyptian Sphinx. Lion's breath. We will bring our gaze up to the third eye. Inhale through the mouth. And then exhale, tongue out. This time through the nose. Inhale. Last time, keep your gaze focused. Excellent. Look forward. With your optical nerve stronger, lift your elbows off the floor. Keep lifting your heart forward and up. Keep your shoulders broad. Now, pull your toes back, ground your pelvis some more. Look to the right, find your right foot. Find your left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Excellent. And then bring the hands in, and let's come to all fours again. The last core posture, well, not the last core posture, but pre-last, is a bird dog. Extend the left leg all the way back. Balancing on your left hand and right knee, push the right arm forward. Look past your nose towards the floor, concentrate your gaze. Breathing in, and breathing out. Ujjayi breath, deep nasal breathing. 4 more. If you want to try the full posture, I welcome you to lift your knee off of the floor, extending your back leg completely. Plank. Right arm pulling forward, left heel pulling back. For 3. Concentrate. Keep extending the body or you'll lose balance. Pull forwards, extend backwards continuously for 1. And on your exhale, release down. Let us switch. Extend the right leg all the way back. Pull the left arm forward. You ladies feeling the heat? Nice. Pull the belly in, extend the right leg back, toes down. Left arm, fingers together. And pull forward. Nice. Breathe. If you want to challenge yourself, lift off the back knee. There's many variations to the postures. Take the posture that's going to benefit you that day. For 2. And release. Nice, okay. Turn your right hand to the right and facing backwards. The middle finger facing your knee. Excellent. And now stretching your wrist forwards, backwards. Wrist work. Don't forget about your respiration. It's paramount to this practice. Respiration brings in fresh oxygen to nourish your muscles as they work out. If you feel strong and you want to challenge yourself, try with the knees off the floor. This will bring in the midsection again. So we're still in that core sequence. We're loading the wrist with weight. Don't be afraid to press your fingers down and learn how to balance with your right hand backwards. Shimming forwards and backwards, stirring the wrist. This is a great exercise to remove the effects of carpal tunnel syndrome and arthritis in your wrist joint. Excellent. Right hand facing forward, turn the left hand to face back. And again, you can do this with your knees on the floor. And if you want to make it more difficult and engage the midsection, lift the knees off the floor. I like to keep my elbows slightly bent. This way I don't hyperextend my arm and overtax the ligaments in my elbow. Try not to rush the breath. That's not going to speed up time. I often do that. I often try to breathe fast and shallow in hopes that the time will end quicker. Excellent. Left hand forward, right hand back. Left hand back, right hand forward. And keep switching. Right hand back, right hand forward, left hand forward, right hand back, left hand back. Keep going. Putting some weight into those wrists, putting some weight into those hands. Stretching out the tough ligaments around the wrist joint for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring the knees down. Excellent. Hero's pose. Untuck your toes. Interlace your fingers and start rolling your wrist clockwise. Let's go clockwise first. Normalize your breathing. And then counterclockwise. How are you guys feeling? All right? Alex is like, I don't know.
Clockwise, counterclockwise.
Good, okay, all right. Now, like dirty dish rags. Flop them out. I'm so used to this exercise, I do this all the time. After a long workout, you want to stretch out. All right. That's it. So that completes our core and wrist workout. We're now moving on to Hindu calisthenics. So get ready for the body to heat up. Strength and conditioning at its finest. 2 options. One is level 1, which Aleksandra will be demonstrating. Heels will be on the floor, feet hip distance apart. As you squat down, the arms go behind you, so the shoulders roll back. You scoop down, thighs parallel to the floor, knees go forward. Inhale, and as you come up, exhale and pull your fists into the sides of your ribs. Through the mouth, you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So if you want to follow this rhythm, follow Alex. Christina and I will try the other variation, which is the maximum challenge of keeping your balance. Doing the same thing, but with your heels off the floor. So now my heels are lifted, now my ankles are engaged, and I'm working more ligaments in my feet. Again, you may go slow at first and then speed up when you feel balanced. We're going to do as many as we can for 3 minutes. Yeah? Building explosive strength in our quads, shin bones, ankles, and developing balance and stability. You girls ready? Let's give it a shot. So at home, you can put on some upbeat music. Because of copyright issues and not wanting to pay for using music, this will be without. But at home, pump the volume and get into your Hindu squats. Strengthen your knee joints, hips. Let's begin. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Try not to bounce off your calves as you're doing this. Come down, parallel to the floor, and then lift up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So imagine, when you have your heels off the floor, imagine you have quarters right underneath the balls of the big toe. And keep that quarter pressed down. That surely will help you maintain better balance. Rhythmic movements. Inhale, exhale. If you feel yourself burning out, maybe bring the heels to the floor. Or come to mountain pose, take a break, and then resume the challenge again. Make sure you're putting in as much work as possible, however, because the rest of the class will be about undoing all the contracting, all of the tension that we build through these exercises in Hindu calisthenics sequence. We will undo all that damage in the last part of the class. What a workout. Keep your spine as vertical as possible. Keep going. Always stop if you must, if you feel muscle failure. Ten seconds remaining. I know, I can't wait either. Oh, wow. Mountain pose. Feet together. Slow down your respiration. Just follow. Notice the heart beating in your chest. That's you training aerobically, helping you circulate more blood through your body. Don't move a muscle. Find your vertical center. Good, open your eyes. Arms up, interlace the fingers. Flip the palms out. Press your feet down, inhale up, pull up and exhale to the right. Side bend, center. And exhale left. Inhale, exhale right. Center, exhale left. Center, right. Center, left. Center, to the right. Center, and to the left. Sweet. Center, to the right. Center, to the left. And back to center, and release. And let's come back to sitting in a hero's pose. And as I demonstrate the next sequence. So we build up strength and power in our lower body. Let us now work on building a strength and power in the upper body. Two options for level 1. Down cat stretch. Like you're doing downward dog, hands shoulder width apart. Feet as wide as your mat, or a little wider, that's your choice. On the inhale, you go forward, shoulders over the wrists, drop your hips and lift the chin high, stretching your throat. Belly off the floor. On the exhale, pull your belly in and send the hips back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. This is the down cat stretch. If you really want to build up upper body strength to the maximum, elbows release down towards the floor, and then like a wave, you slide forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Ideally, you want to do as many as you can in the 2-minute time frame. If you need a break, take breaks liberally. This is yoga. 2-minute timer is on. And let us begin. Down cat stretch or Hindu push-ups. Inhale forward, exhale backward. Guys, when you're pulling backward, right? Alex, when you pull back, make sure you suck in your belly organs by contracting your rectus abdominis, right? So it feels like your belly's pulling in and up towards the upper cavity. That will also help you lift the hips. Pull in your belly and then lift it up. Very nice, good form. Christina doing the Hindu push-ups, getting stronger, nice. Less than a minute remaining. How many can you do in under 2 minutes? Try to count. When you're at home, measured approach. Measure your progress. And if you need breaks, take breaks. I'm going to take child's pose because I feel exhausted. All right, I think I'm ready for some more. 18 seconds. See if you can set a new record for yourself. Excellent, child's pose. Now, knees apart, toes together, and then release your lower back. Hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Make sure your jaw is soft. If your breath is fast, slow down. This is how you slow down your heart rate and transition more peacefully, more eloquently, more fluidly into the next posture. So in child's pose, we let go, we clear the palate, so we can start again refreshed. We don't want to lose the heat that we developed in the body, so let's continue, ladies. We have a few more challenging exercises. First, let's stretch some more. Let's come to the front of the mat. Let's stand up. Arms above your head. Feet together. Make sure you're balancing evenly between both feet. Turn to your left and then bend backwards. Breathing in and breathing out. Find a balance in between the inner arches. Even weight distribution. Elbows fully extended. Try to extend your palms as if pushing through the ceiling tiles. Notice the words that I'm using. Through the ceiling tiles, not at the ceiling tiles, through them. This way you get the maximum extension in the skin of your torso and the arms. Come back to center. Turn to the right. Inhale and exhale, pull back. It doesn't have to be deep. As long as you're feeling the stretch in the muscles of your arms, the sides of your torso, and in your armpits, you're doing the work. One more. Turn back forward, pull the belly in, and standing forward fold. Alex, bend your knees deeply, chest on the thighs. Christina, see if you can maintain your legs straight. Standing forward fold. If your upper back is rounding, bend your knees, bring the chest to the thighs. Grab your ankles, elbows hug the sides. Release your skull towards the floor. Breathe. You want the muscles of the spine to be relaxed, all the way down into the neck. The head hangs heavy and relaxed. Beautiful work, guys. Excellent. Excellent. Come down to sitting position. Sit on your knees. The last posture that I'm going to introduce you in the Hindu calisthenics sequence is the neck rolls. So Alex will perform the preparation for headstand. She's going to have her head extended, not squished in. Make sure you're like a turtle peeking out of its shell. Collarbones broad, and you're extending your skull up. Try not to compress the discs in your spine. That won't be good. So press the head down, and then lift up, shoulders away from the ears. Walk your feet in. Hands on the floor for support. Keep lifting your tail. Breathing in, and breathing out. So that would be level 1 variation, demonstrated by Aleksandra. And Christina and I will attempt to do neck rolls. Again, every day is different, so if I don't feel like doing neck rolls because my neck is tight, I'm going to avoid doing it. I might avoid doing it altogether and just do a nice downward dog for the duration of this exercise and save my neck for later life, which is smart. Now, how do you do neck rolls if you want to strengthen your neck? You have 2 options. One option is you do the same thing as you're coming into downward dog with your head on the floor. You inhale, roll to the forehead, and then exhale through the top of the head to the back of the head. Inhale, forehead, exhale, back of the skull. If you find that you are ready and your spine is nice and loose and you want to try the most difficult variation, there is another one that starts from the bridge. Lift the hips up, hands down as if you're starting wheel pose. Press through the hands, lift up to your head. Roll to your forehead, and then back to the skull. So you're in bridge pose, and you're rolling your skull. And this strengthens your backbone, this strengthens your neck spine. Are you ready? Good. Choose one that works for you, okay? So it doesn't matter which level you are, level 1, 2, 3, or 5,000. Choose what works for you today. And I will go back to my favorite, since I love the bridge neck roll. I will be doing that one today. Once your necks get strong, you can bring your hands to Namaste in front of your chest. And you can push off your thighs that way. Increasing your challenge. Level 4, if you will. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep your neck extended and not compress it. So I'm extending my skull into the floor. I'm extending my bridge. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release down. Come to hero's pose to decompress. When you're sitting in hero's pose, if you feel pressure on your knees, grab a block and place it in between your heels. So go ahead and do that, Alex. So the block goes in between your heels, sitting on top, both buttocks. And there's your hero's pose to relieve any pain. You can also place a blanket underneath, even less compression in the knee. Choose the hero's pose that works for you. The right hand grabs the right ankle. Make sure you're sitting up tall. The left hand grabs the right ear. Inhale, and on the exhale, bend your left ear to the shoulder. Stretching the right side of the neck. Breathing in. And breathing out. Side neck extension. Your right hand is firmly grasping your ankle. The trapezius muscles, the neck muscle gets a stretch. Keep your spine long and tall. Breath is smooth and deep. And And let us switch. Left hand wraps around the ankle, right hand to left ear. Side neck bend. You should not be feeling a sensation of strain. Strain is destructive stretching. Straining is bad. It takes you out of your breath game. And since respiration is a gauge of your aliveness, keep your energy with you. Keep expanding your energy levels by breathing smoothly, deeply, and softly into the area of the tension in order to release it and rid of yourself without the strain. Good. Okay. You may release. Neck rolls, clockwise. Again, you may go slow, or you may go at your own pace. Sometimes it feels wonderful to go slow. Sometimes you feel like going like a madman and going fast. So again, it all depends on how relaxed your neck muscles are. And the older you are, the more caution you should take, because it takes that much longer to warm up. That's why we start with the warm-up, we boil the blood, and then now we stretch. And then counterclockwise, please. Full range of motion in your neck spine. Now, to develop proficiency in all of these exercises, please understand it takes much effort and hard work to develop skills in action. And yoga, by definition, means skill in action. It means cessation of fluctuations of your mind. It means discipline. It means self-control and skill in action. In order for you to become skilled, you must put in the work required to learn the techniques. Good. I think we're good. How do you guys feel?
Good.
Okay, let's continue. Now that we have tightened the thigh muscles, let's stretch out our hip flexors and the hamstrings. Come to the sort of the back of your mat. Bring your arms above you. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms out. Again, stretching to the ceiling tiles. Now, the right foot will place forward. Step the right foot forward. And then send the hips forward, and so that your knee ends up over your heel. You should feel a deep stretch in your left hip flexor and your inner right groin. Arms are extending up, pull your belly in. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the breath in, you power up, the arms extend higher. On the exhale, you try to release your hips closer to the floor. Try pressing your back thigh down into the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. And the more you press your back thigh into the floor, the more you activate the stretch in your left hip flexor. Good. Now on your next exhale, pull back. Right foot back, hands to your buttocks. And let's try camel pose. So Alex, you will keep your hands on the buttocks, push the hips forward, and if you want to try level 2 variation, maybe bring your hands to your ankles if your spine is ready. So guys, you will have 2 variations to look at. We send the hips forward into camel, the chin rolls back, heart lifts, hips gently push forward, use your hands for that. Elbows and shoulder blades close behind the back. If you feel bendy, if you feel stretchy, maybe you can release the hands to your ankles. Keep lifting the hips. Make sure the thighs are perpendicular to the floor. Pushing forward. Establish breath. Now, how far back can you see, ladies? Do you guys see the back wall?
Yes.
What about the back? What about the floor? See, we want to gauge our progress. If today you see the wall, well, how far down the wall do you see? And next time you practice,
Maybe you can see lower, maybe you see higher. It all depends on your perspective. Always know the aim of the pose, and the aim here is to develop the back bending ability. Good. Slowly start to roll yourself up. Hands up the back of your spine and unroll your spine. Bring your hips down. Right hand over left, thumbs touch. Meditation pose, Samurai Warrior Heroes pose. Establish a connection to the ground. Excellent. Blink your eyes open. Lift the hips. Arms up. Extend the palms to the ceiling. Send the left foot forward. Inhale, extend the arms, elbows, and exhale, send the hips forward. Make sure your foot is under the ankle. Nice. Breathe. I'm observing to feel the rib cage expand on the inhale, and I'm observing how my rib cage contracts on the exhale. I'm being mindful of my breath, which is paramount to keeping my energy levels steady and keeping the tension out of my body. Eyes soft, breath deep. When your hips are sinking, the upper body is extending. So there's energy through the side torso. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, come back. Bring the foot in, come to all fours. And again, cat-cow to undo the effects of forward bending, back bending, equalizing the spine. Good, come to neutral. Send the hips to the right, head to the left, look at your left foot. Hips to the left, look to the right, and keep going. Right, left, right, left, right. Hands plug down into the floor. Make the hips move side to side like a pendulum clock. And come back to center. Curl your toes under and let's come into our downward dog. Alex will keep her knees bent and Christina will try to extend her heels to the floor, extending the back of the hamstrings. So if your hamstrings are loose, you may extend the heels to the floor. If your hamstrings and lower back are tight, the variation that you take is with your knees bent. Very good. The head is hanging down in between your arms. The shoulders are broad. The fingers are pressing into the floor. And from this base of your hands being plugged down, you want to pull the arms all the way up through the sides of the torso. And there's an action like an arrow pulling up and through. Pull back. Can you pull back further backwards? Can you drop your head lower? Excellent work. Extend your right leg high to the sky. Extend the leg all the way back, 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 back. Three-legged dog. Inhale. On the exhale, lunge your right foot forward in between the hands. If your foot doesn't get in between the hands, grab the thigh, push it forward. Spin the back heel to the floor. Alex will use blocks, so grab your blocks, and Christina will use a strap. So there's two variations. We're going to do pyramid pose. Alex will do it with hands straight. Squeeze your legs straight, Alex, and pull your heart forward. Come up to a higher setting on the blocks. This is one variation of pyramid pose with full support of blocks underneath you. The next option is you lift your upper body up, pressing the feet down so you feel balanced. Very good. Turn your hips forward, left hip forward. Now, open up your strap. Shoulder width apart. No wider than your shoulders. So about knee wide. And then from here, ground down through the feet, pull the tail back, and extend the arms over the head. And the last variation, level 3, is you simply clasp your hands behind the back. Pull your heart forward. So Alex, back bend your spine. Pull the skull forward. Neck is long. Back bend here. Keep lifting the thigh. Keep pulling the right hip back, left hip turning forward. Pyramid pose. Breathing in. You know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know that you're breathing out. Mindful breath. If you have your strap, pull the arms over your head. If you have your palms pressed together, spread your collarbones, spread your shoulders, and then pull the arms over the head. Keep pulling your right buttocks towards the left heel. Maintain pressure through both feet. We're stretching the underside of our leg, undoing the harmful effects of all of the squatting, the sitting, all of the negative stuff that we do with our body. Excellent. Okay. Release the hands, bring the hands to the hips. You may drop the strap out to the side. Lift your upper body up, digging the feet into the floor so not to lose your balance. Arms in front of you. So, left elbow, right elbow over left. Wrap your arms around for eagle wrap pose. If you can't wrap your arms around, grab your body. So Alex, try this. Right arm over left, grab your shoulders. And me and Christina will have full eagle wrap. You're going to slide, bend the front knee, slide your back foot in, bring the left knee up, and then bend the right knee and scissor the left thigh over right. For Alex, she will be touching the floor with her toe. And then she's going to try to sit her butt down. That's one version. If you feel steady, Aleksandra, you can lift your foot to the side, scissoring the thighs together. The other option is to bring your left foot behind the ankle and sit down. Elbows lifting. 4, 5. Breathe. Concentrate your gaze forward past your forearms for 3. Scissoring the thighs, sitting down to stretch your outer buttocks and your outer thigh for 2. 1. Maybe sit a little lower. And slowly start to lift up. Send the left leg all the way back. Long lunge, foot to the floor. Bend your front knee and bend back. Reverse eagle warrior. Pull back, inhale. And on the exhale, release the hands to the floor and turn to your left. So your feet are parallel. Nice. From here, you will fold forward. Grab your ankles and fold all the way in. Wide-legged forward fold. Excellent. Thighs are lifting the kneecaps, pressing the outer blades into the floor. And you know what, Christina? I want you to bring your feet a little closer so your head is off the floor, so you can bring your upper body through the legs if possible. That's it. Whenever in doubt, bring yourself back to the breathing. Now we're stretching the outer seams of the legs, the hamstrings, the ankles, and of course the spine. Good, lift halfway up. Hands to the floor. Bend the right knee out to the side. And then switch. The left knee, inner thigh stretch, right knee, left knee, and keep going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stretching the inner thigh now. The inner seam of the leg. Try to keep your feet flat against the floor. Excellent. Okay. Come to face the front of your mat. And come back into plank pose. Upper push-up position. Now on the exhale, we will hold low push-up. So Alex will do this with knees on the floor, and you can try it with your knees off the floor or knees on the floor. Chaturanga, low push-up for 5 breaths. This is a resistance exercise, after which I will give you guys a break. Okay, so for 5 breaths, give it a shot. Either lower down, bend your elbows, and 5 breaths. Hold it. Belly pulled in, pelvis tucked under. 4, 5. Triceps active. From the chest through the skull, pull forward for 4. Maintain your balance flat as a board for 3. 2. Breath is steady. 1. And release down, right cheek to the floor, arms by your sides and relax. You might want to sigh after that. Let the muscles soften and release. Let your tailbone soften. Chin in front. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Feet together, pull your toes back. Cobra pose, back bend the spine. Pelvis presses into the floor. Elbows hugging in, so make sure your pelvis is down. This is a good medium cobra, high cobra. Your cobra will depend on the flexibility of your spine. For some people, low cobra will work best. For other people with less rigidity in the lower back, maybe middle cobra, and maybe high cobra if you feel absolutely no pressure or straining in your lower back. Find your right foot. Find your left foot. Find your right foot. Left foot. Right foot. Left foot. Look forward. Pull the belly in. Pull the stomach in. And through all 4s, downward facing dog. Again, keep your knees bent if you have strain in the hamstrings or legs straight. Now, we're all going to bend our knees deeply into the chest. Keep your tail up though, okay? So bend the knees deeply until your lower ribs on the thighs. Pull your head down and then squeeze your legs straight. Keep pulling your head down and squeeze the heels to the floor. Hamstrings getting a nice stretch. Inhale, bend the knees. Keep the tail lifted, head down. Exhale, squeeze the heels to the floor. Extend the back of the legs, stretching the back of the thighs. Inhale, bend the knees, tail high. Keep the tail high, head down. Now press the head down lower and heels to the floor, lifting your tail. Excellent. Left leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Back heel spins to the floor, pyramid pose. We continue this sequence on the left side. Blocks. Grab your strap. Lift up. Stay rooted. Right hip turning forward, left hip pulling back. Either use your strap, release forward with a straight spine, and arms over the head. Or clasp your hands for level 3 and palms together. Head down inside of your shin bone. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep your collarbones broad. Try not to restrict your breathing by squeezing in. We're trying to expand our lung capacity with each new breath. Left hip turning back, right hip turning forward, extending the back of the left leg, extending the spine along the leg, breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Okay, release the hands to the hips and lift your upper body up. Drop the strap to the side. Arms in front. Left elbow over right. Either wrap your arms around, grab your shin bones, feel the stretch in between your rhomboid muscles, or wrap the arms around. And then slide, bend the front knee, slide the back foot in. And lift the right thigh up, bend the left knee a little, and keep your verticality. Get your right thigh over left, squeeze it down. Sit low. Remember, you can keep your toe on the floor, foot out to the side, which is more challenging, or wrap the foot around the back of the right calf. Steady yourself, lift the elbows. Eagle wrap. For 4. Balancing for 3. Sitting lower to stretch outer hips. Scissoring the thighs to maintain balance for 2. Breath is deep for 1. Slowly starting to come up. Unwrap the foot, send it all the way back. Bend the front knee. Pull in the belly and lift the elbows up for back bend. Eagle back bend. Warrior, take a deep breath in And exhale, release the hands to the inside of your foot and turn to the right. This time, hands to the hips. Lift the upper body up. And instead of folding forward, we're going to fold backwards. Hips go forward, the head goes first, then the neck, then the upper back, and then the lower back. Hips go forward. Wide-legged back bend. Ensure that your spine is nice and smooth. The breath is fluid. Breathing in. Excellent. Okay. Now, both of my practitioners here are deep back benders. If you can only back bend a little, that's mighty fine. That's what you're capable of right now. With practice, it will get better. Practice it always at your ability, not the teachers, not the other students. Be kind to your body. Practice compassionately and non-violently. And now, ladies, let's roll up one spine at a time. Press the feet down. And lower back, middle back, upper back, neck and head. Pause and breathe. Excellent. Hands to the floor. Bend your right knee out to the side. Foot turns up. Heel digging into the floor. Either fingers on the floor, right? And you move from side to side, or hands at the heart. Stretching the inner thighs again. Or hold the pose. And Christina, you might want to switch to the other side. Good, very nice. So either you're moving slowly side to side, carefully like Aleksandra is doing. You might want to hold to get a nice deep stretch like Christina is doing, or you might want to simply level 3 and start moving inside of your thighs if they feel flexible and stretched. Good, come to the front of the mat. And again, downward facing dog. And see if you can do some hops. And this goes for both of you guys. So all you have to do is keep your arms extended, lift your chin, look in between your hands, bend your knees, and see if you can hop your butt up a few times. Land lightly. There it is. Try to get your butt, load your weight into your hands, and try to get your butt over your shoulders, shoulders over the wrist in a straight line. Nice. Don't bend your elbows. Keep your arms flat, and hop up. Good. Land softly. Hop your butt up, and down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Good. Child's pose. Relax. Let it deflate. It's nice to balance exciting hopping, right, with a balanced relaxation, coming into a sense of equilibrium. Good. Okay, let's come up. So, the challenge posture for this class will be crow pose. We worked out our wrists, we worked out our core, and our upper body strength. Let's see if we can bring all of these elements together to fly in crow pose. Always better to do it from your bird perch. Place your feet on the block. Now there are levels in this. So Alex will be simply bringing your hands shoulder width apart, lifting the knees, and placing the knees in the armpits. And then sucking in the belly, and shifting the weight forward and trying to load the weight into our hands. If you feel comfortable balancing in your hands here, bring one of the heels towards the buttocks, pointing the toes. Play here. Lift, release. Fight your fear, and lift up. If you can lift the other foot, try that for a second. Always know that your bird perch is underneath you, right there. So you always can come off whenever you feel like it. And Christina, see if you can do the same thing, and then if you feel like it, one foot, then the other foot, and find the balance. Lift your chin and your chest, breathing in. And breathing out. And 5. Cool? Give it a shot. It's so much fun to fly. And I'm going to give you guys a little tips as we're doing them. You want your knees pushing forward into the armpits. And if your knees don't get into the armpits, you can always wrap the knees around the upper arms and squeeze the inner thighs in. Then 1 foot up, 1 foot in. So now my knees are on the outside of the shoulders. Pulling in your belly and try to now extend your toes, Christina. There it is, and pull the heels towards the buttocks. Nice and compact little ball. Beautiful. Try to extend the spine, chin forward, breathe, breathe, breathe. That's good. That is good. Don't let the knees slide down the arms. Okay, all right. That was crow pose. Now from crow pose, we're in a squat, right? Send the right leg all the way back. Come into lizard pose. Front knee right over the ankle. The middle of the right thigh facing down. Point your toes. And the foot is straight. Very good. Pinky toe down. This is called lizard pose. Now there are options. You can stay up on your hands. So Alex, I want you to do that, or use a block. Maybe put a block in. Yes. Christina, you may stay on your forearms for level 2, which is mighty appropriate. And if you have more flexibility to stretch without straining, you might want to try to bring the left arm in front of the shin bone, and then right arm out to the side, and bring your chest down to the floor. Because lizards are low to the ground, right? So be a lizard. Embody the spirit of the animal. So if you've noticed, we're deep into our stretching segment of our class. We tightened the muscles, we made them stronger, we fought for our endurance and to increase the power in our legs, in our hips, in our ankles, in our shoulders, in our arms. And now we're going through a phase of deep stretching and developing elasticity in the muscles and joints. Think Stretch Armstrong, think rubber-like. Breathe. All right, you're going to lift up on your hands, balancing on your right hand, try not to crunch down on the shoulder. Try to lift up out of your shoulder, keep the knee over the ankle, inner thigh pulling towards the body. You're going to look back, and then you're going to lift the back foot and grab it. And then see if you can send the hips forward. And I know Alex can grab her foot, but for those people who can't grab the foot, try it with a strap, yeah? So grab the strap, lasso the foot, and bring it over your shoulder. Yes, thank you. So the variation that Alex is doing, she's helping herself. She lassoed the back foot, and then she's using it like a pulley device. And by pulling it forward, she's stretching the inner thigh, right? You feel it? Good. There it is, very nice. So now we're stretching the right thigh. Okay, I didn't set the timer, but I think that's the time. So let's switch. Lift your back knee and send the right foot forward, coming into a squat. Use your forearms, press the knees apart. Breathing in. And smooth, deep breath out. Breathing in. And exhale, extend the forearms on the way out. Excellent. Hands to the floor. Turn your right foot to face forward and send the left leg all the way back. Lizard. Either release down to your block as Aleksandra's pose, level 1. Level 2, just your forearms. Level 3, extend the arms to the side, keep the knee over the ankle, and try to release your chest to the floor. Try not to flop over to either left side or to the right side. Make sure that the knee over ankle and the chest, especially the sternum bone, is facing down to the floor. Allow your breath to settle. And slow down the breath some more. Remember, you're not straining, so it shouldn't be so painful that you're gripping the breath. Never grip the breath. Simply let it flow like water. When your breath is fluid, it reminds your body to be fluid as well. And that mind-body connection is part of our yoga experience. Cessation of fluctuations of the mind, and of course the ability to open and stretch your hips, which is part of the elasticity, the skills in action. Good, lift up onto your hands. You can always use the block. Turn to the right and either lasso the foot. You think you can do it? Give it a shot. First make a lasso. It's okay, we could do it that way, exactly. It takes time. Find your foot and pull it in. Nice. That's it, you got it. Slowly, slowly. And pull it in. Nice. And Alex is in business. Breathing in and breathing out. Use your back ankle, the back foot, as a lever. The more you pull that lever towards the buttocks, the further the stretch deepens in your left hip flexor and the left thigh. Keep your heart lifted, looking back past your shoulder. Good, and in Alex's stretch, she's looking forward, and she's using that lever through her strap. Slow breath. Okay, all right. Lift the back knee, remove your strap, and lunge the left foot forward. Back in the squat, sit your butt down. And move back. You're going to need some space. Spread your feet. And then from here, turn to face your right foot and slide the arms forward. Christina, if you can grab your foot, pull it in. Alex, just slide your hands forward past your leg. And make sure you're turning your torso to face the leg. That's right, Christina did it on her own. I was coming to give her an assist. The left side of the rib cage turns down, the right side opens, so your upper torso is facing the leg. You guys looking wonderful. Flex your feet and extend forward through the heels. No noodle legs. Remember, this is strength and conditioning. In order to condition the muscles to stay elastic, you must learn to stretch and contract the muscles simultaneously. So my leg is not a noodle at all. My thigh is active. The underside of my hamstring and calf are extending the heel forward. The toes are spread, and my upper body is extended over the leg. Lift the upper body now. Slide the hands back. Bring the hands over the left side, over your left leg. Turn the torso, suck in the belly, and then lean over the leg, and extend the heel forward and extend the arms. Keep extending the heel forward, maintaining elasticity. Elasticity means there's a stretch and tension. The right tension. There is a difference between wrong tension and right tension. Right tension has a sense of elongation, control. You're able to control the extent of your leg without straining the breath. That is true ability to manipulate the muscles of your body. How to manipulate the skeleton from within. Lift the upper body up now. Turn forward. Lift the inner thighs up and bring the soles of the feet together. You may sit on your props again, right? So Alex, try this with blankets. Bring a couple blankets. Same thing for you, Christina. If you want to use a block underneath, cool. If you want to sit on the floor without a block, fine. We're going to lean forward into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So either block underneath your buttocks to help you tilt the hips forward more, and then allow the knees to fall out to the sides, and let's stretch the inner thighs last time as we fold forward into our bound angle pose. So Alex is using one blanket. At home you can use 2, 3 blankets. It doesn't matter. It matters on your comfort level. So if you feel like your hips need to be elevated some more to help you spill the contents of the upper body forward, then do that. Usually by placing a prop like a block allows your hips to turn and the whole upper body is able to release forward with far more ease. Lift up a little, halfway up, pull your heart out, shoulders back, and then release down again with a straighter spine. Now if your knees are riding high up and you're having trouble because you have tight outer hips or thighs, first of all, you should be sitting high up on your props. And second, you can always use your elbows to press the knees down to help the knees release to the floor. So you're using your upper body strength to help you release the tension in your lower body. Good. Lift your upper body up. Grab the knees and press them together. Extend your feet slightly forward. Again, if you are rounding in your spine and you're creating that Shrek hump, get rid of it. Tall spine. Maybe sit on a block. Knees together, squeeze your inner thighs. Bring the left hand behind you. You might need a block for this. Oh, it's fine. And then bring the right elbow over the left knee. Keep your knees facing forward. Palm facing out. Suck in the belly and twist open. And Alex, I want you to do this variation. Wrap the arm around the knee and pull the knees to the right, and your torso opens to the left. Keep your spine tall. Belly pulled in and wrapping around your lumbar spine. We're stretching out any tension we developed from folding forward and arching backwards. It's nice to twist to end our practice. Face is soft. With each exhale, you're trying to deepen the twist, twisting from your ribs, utilizing those oblique muscles. And come back to center. Switch. Either left elbow over the knee, or wrap your arm around. I'm using a block to support me in the back to push off the block. You can also use your fingertips, like Christina is doing her whole hand. I'm a firm believer in using props for support. Props are like little mini assistants. They help you ease into the pose with less effort, making the pose effortless effort. And in the end, that's how we want our practice to feel. Effortless effort. Breathing in, lengthening. Breathing out, twisting. One more time. Come back to center. And you may lie down For your corpse pose, 2 options. Either feet together, or recline down, or legs extended in the regular pose. And this is no levels. You choose which one is right for you. So the ladies have chosen keeping their legs straight and ankles flopping open. Cool. I'm going to keep my heels together, knees out, and arms by my sides. Shoulder blades underneath. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. And for 5 minutes, we'll chill out in corpse pose. Think about what the corpse is, right? In corpse, you're supposed to be a dead guy. So be thoroughly, thoroughly dead to the world. No responsibilities right now. No superfluous thoughts. No distractions. Allow you to be still and completely quiet. As Bruce Lee was once famously quoted, don't think, feel. And that's what I want you to do when you're practicing corpse pose. Do not think about your day. Be fully present in the now, mindful of your body as it melts and eases into the floor. You can certainly feel the weight of your body. You can certainly feel the breath inside of your lungs. You can feel the expansion of your rib cage and the contraction. You can feel the temperature in your room. You can hear the sound effects around you. Stay alert and conscious of your body as it melts the skin, bones, muscles, and organs into the floor and even through the floor. If your mind has started to wander, simply return your attention back to the feeling and melting of your muscles, organs, skin, and bones. And keep your mind from wandering by returning every single time you become aware that you have become distracted. This is also part of our practice. It is part of being aware and mindful. The more mindful you are that you have become distracted, the more aware you become of the present moment and your ability to stay longer attached in the present. The beauty of being focused, being present, without responsibility, is the feeling of inner joy, relaxation, and freedom from tension. The corpse pose is a posture of gratitude. You are being thankful to your body for being able to perform a variety of range of actions, the ability to work and be useful to you as a human being. So this is an opportunity, after putting your body through the works, strengthening it, conditioning it, stretching it, now is the time you thank it by simply being alert to the beauty of it. Let go. Alrighty then. So start wiggling your toes, ladies. Awakening the feet. Wiggle those toes, bringing aliveness into the feet. Now bring your attention to your fingers and wiggle your fingers. Maybe move your head side to side and feel the suppleness of your spine. Looseness and no tension in your neck. Excellent. You may roll over to which side you feel, any side you wish, and then come sitting up into whichever posture that is comfortable for you, sitting posture, to conclude our practice. We're going to face forward. Ground yourself again, poised, tall, complete. Index fingers and thumbs touch, palms up on top of the thighs. Returning to the consciousness of our body, knowing that our soul rests in the body, we live in this body, and we honor it by working it out and being connected to it. Be connected to yourself. Stay conscious of your body as you are living your life. Know that there is a witness behind the body, behind you. Be that witness. And watch your life as if you're watching it from a side. Become the master of your thoughts and your actions. Guys, thank you for joining us for Namaste Warrior Yoga, Yoga Foundations Boot Camp. With me is Christina and Aleksandra. Thank you for joining us. Namaste.